destruction and the building up. But when it shows you something on one side, it shows you the opposite on the other. If you know anything about cabala, you're looking at anything, any pathway to one thing, you got to take the same path to the other. So if you talk about the pathway to destruction, that's the same pathway you got to take to build. So it's the yin and the yang, the yin and the yang. That's what that is. The yin and the yang. It is the opposites that are attracting each other. One hand is pointing upward. That arm is pointing up to the white moon of chest, Chesed, the white moon of chest. The other moon that is pointing down to is the dark moon of Geberu, of Geberah. Dark moon of Geberah, G-E-B, I want to say U-R-A-H. And of course, the guy who brought you this symbol in these days put his name on the bottom of the paper, so that's the reason why you see the Eliphas Levi Dell. That's his whole name. If you write it down, but his name is Eliphas Levi. But if you write a full name, I think in the Latin, I think it goes to Dell. Those moons symbolize something. The white moon of chest symbolizes kindness, but the dark moon of Geberah symbolizes destruction or judgment, strength, judgment. So, and it's showing you principles. Raise up one hand. This is the hand that you're raising up toward being nice. But at the same time, it's a time when you got to do what? You got to lay down the law. You have to be both, and it's showing you in so many words that you got to do both things. You can't be just one. You got to do both things. You got to, they connected to each other in so many words. They connected through him. So this thing is showing you on even a more esoteric level, it's showing you something else. And we're going to pass these out to you. Show you what it's showing you. But you got to pay attention to the picture. Pass one of those around. You got the blue. You got that one. Put that one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that one. All right. Now this is what it's showing you. It's basically showing you, everybody got one? They got one, they pass them around. Everybody know what that is? Y'all know what it is. What is it? You got yours yet.
Tree of life.
Tree of life. Just a Kabbalion tree of life. And basically, if you pay attention to it, can y'all see this in this picture? Can y'all see the shape of the picture? Just pay attention to the shape. Pay attention to the shape of things. The points of everything lead to what? Lead to the same points pretty much as the tree of life points. It's almost sitting directly in the center of that. You gotta pay attention to that. Want to also talk about in the middle of the Baphomet, you see where the genitals are. You see a rod and you see a caduceus. Caduceus symbolize everlasting life, and it also symbolizes the attraction of the opposites. Also, it symbolizes the rising of the Kundalini energy. It also shows you the rising, just like the opposite see each other. So one end of the tail see the other end, it's almost the same thing the Bible telling you when they show you Adam and Eve, when they show you any type of, when they show you God and the devil, when they show you anything, they showing you two ends of the tail paying attention to each other.
Hilarious.
Without no God, you would have no devil. Without no Eve, you would have no Adam. You understand what I'm saying? So that's kind of showing you that whole symbol. That's symbolism. That's very esoteric symbolism. Pay attention to this. It shows you right here where it shows power, cosmic thread, and it shows you on the other side the order, the love. It shows you that you have on one side you got one thing, but on the other side you got the other. You got to have both. But these are principles of alchemy, and I want to show you also that this is not the only picture that they look at. The Baphomet picture is not the only picture that they look at and pay homage to. They got more. Y'all pay attention to those. I passed those around. There's some more pictures that they pay attention to. And you'll see the same kind of symbol on those pictures that you see in the symbol of the Baphomet. Let's go to the name Baphomet. The name Baphomet broken down in the Latin to Greek. Break it down in the Greek terms, you get the first part, which is the Baph, B-A-P-H. You'll put an E behind it. That's the Greek. That symbolizes knowledge. That is the symbol for knowledge. That's the symbol for not only knowledge, but esoteric knowledge. The other word is metis, M-E-T-I-S, which symbolizes the measurement of. So you have the measurement of knowledge. So this picture is showing you this is the measurement of knowledge. This is not just a picture they're looking at. They're looking to measure their knowledge. They're looking to get into another equation. This is another realm that they're trying to catch or pick up. You look on the head of the Baphomet, you see a five-pointed star. The five-pointed star, first of all, the head is in the symbol of a five-pointed star pointed down, and on top of the head you see the same star pointed up. And that shows you different dimensions. First of all, it shows you earth, wind, fire, water, and the missing element, which is the fifth element, is what? Spirit. The fifth element is always spirit, or the fifth element you heard is love, or it's something dealing with the spirit side. That's what that symbolizes. It symbolizes the fifth element. So you have the five elements, and then if you put the six-pointed star, I want to show y'all a picture of how the six-pointed star is supposed to look, because they're not just seeing a regular six-pointed star. I got it. This one on that paper. You just pass that around. Really, you see dimensions of that star. You see it going up. You see it going down. You see it going across. And it's different rituals that go along with this Baphomet. One is you call out the names that you if you get the cabala, if you get the cabala in the tree of life, the true tree of life, I got it on some more pictures up here. I just don't have a lot of handouts. But if you get the Kabbalion tree of life, you will see that in the Kabbalion tree of life, if you'll have the different symbols, like I just told you, Geberu, and I told you about chest. You call out those names. I think so. Or keep that one, because get a copy or something. You can keep it on. It don't matter. I don't need.
Macabre.
Yeah.
Tetrahedron.
What's that now?
I said it's the same as the tetrahedron.
Oh, yeah, you talking about that 6-pointed star?
Yeah.
That's what that is. It got some more symbols on there too. A lot of esoteric symbols. I just took a picture of a lot of different symbols and threw it on there. But basically, you're looking at like I said, we're looking at going through this thing. We're looking at a mathematical equation. That's what we're looking at the whole time. And if you add those names, the names of the cabala, if you say those names and use the symbolism of the Baphomet, the same symbolism that you see, and you touch the opposite side of your body, it's supposed to give you that which you're seeking. This is some stuff. So, in other words, you're looking for judgment. You're looking for judgment. You look on where it says judgment or order, and you call out that name with your symbols, with your hand symbols going a certain way, and you meditate on that and touch the opposite side of your body. Like if you touch, it said on one of those, do it say it on that sheet up top that I just showed you? I think it said up top. It got 2 rituals up there. And you pay attention to that, it will give you insight on certain things. So these people are really, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm talking about even on your movie star level, the people that's not quite elite, but the people that are getting some of this information, they are getting some of this information. I know this because one time, I know y'all probably saw it on YouTube or something where Will Smith was talking to Tavis Smiley. Y'all see that? And he was talking about the alchemist, and he basically was just saying that he can do whatever, and he feel like he can do whatever. These are the principles that we need to get into. What I'm saying is, even on a conscious realm, we need to get more into it, more in depth into it, because this is what's going down. What was that?
I was just saying, our health got to be at an optimum level in order to even form a macabre. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no type of impurity in your body.
Exactly. That's more spiritual knowledge right there. To even get into this realm, you need to be right health-wise. A lot of things got to be right. And a lot of these cats, you see them, they are into these rituals. They are performing rituals. Don't think that they just selling out. They are performing rituals. But you got to get into a mindset that you see that that's what's going on. That they're not just getting information. They're not just getting some lightweight information. They are getting into the true divine. Now, it's another symbol. All these symbols are the same symbol. But they couldn't give you those symbols a lot of times. They just pass that around. They don't give you these symbols. They don't give you any regular symbol. They give you something looking like the Baphomet. They give you something looking like that. Something that's going to scare you off. Basically, people say if knowledge look like that, I don't want it. That's how people say in their minds. Most of the time, because you seeing demon, you seeing devil, you seeing some gooey stuff. That's the stuff you need to be watching. Now I'm making my point to, I'm like, hold up, let me look at movies that's talking about satanic stuff. Let me look at this stuff, because these are the ones that give you most of the big, deep information. These are the things that's giving you the information, the stuff that's giving you the stuff that you don't know at first, but you don't get scared of it. Don't get spooky. What we had to do was take out some of the spook level, because there's so many people walking around here talking about, man, that's the devil, man. Ain't that the devil? Ain't that the devil? I've been asked that question Man, I'm talking about probably 38 times this week alone. I'm talking about, I'm tired, man. You know, you get tired of that stuff. Get tired of hearing the same people coming up to you talking about, man, but that's the devil, that's the devil, that's the devil, that's devil worship. Man, I said, look, that's deep science that you're not seeing. But you can't tell everybody that. Because people have to take the spook off the mystery. They have to take the spook off their brain. The spook cell is running. I like this picture here too. I'll pass that one around. I like that one. But according to this this information I had on Kabbalah, I gotta, there it is. I gotta get me an assistant who can read for me. I'm gonna be like a pastor today. Who gonna read for me? I'm gonna call somebody in a second. I'm gonna call somebody. Read that on Kabbalah. Read the, not, I'm trying to think. Go ahead and read the whole thing.
What is Kabbalah? Most people have heard something or other about Kabbalah, but it is highly unlikely that what is going around in the general marketplace posing as Kabbalah is anywhere close to the real thing. What most people have been exposed to is a smorgasbord of pop psychology and self-help that pretends to have some connection to Jewish mysticism, but it rarely, if ever, does. It is easy to see how people are fooled. In most disciplines, you expect to know and understand something after studying it. But when it comes to mysticism, people expect to be mystified, so they are willing to accept incomprehensible mumbo-jumbo. Kabbalah is supposed to be mysterious and enigmatic. It's mysticism after all. However, the basic tenets of Kabbalah include: Kabbalah is theology in the fullest sense, including ontology, cosmogony, and cosmology. It is not speculative philosophy based on human insight, nor theories derived from human reasoning. It is a study, as it were, of divinity and of the relationship between God and his creation based on the premises of revealed truth. The Kabbalah takes man beyond the normative understanding of reason. It goes beyond the esoteric part of Torah and transcends normative existence.
That's cool. That's my prayer. Thank you for that, Brother Phil. I'm tripping because what did you get from that? I got something out of that. It was like, it was saying, what did it say about being mystified? Most people say mystified, want to be mystified. It's the trip. They get in mystical teachings because they want to be mystified. Most people, and it also really on a one sense, when I'm looking at it, some kind of level where it's telling you that you really not getting the truth, that you really not getting what you're supposed to be getting. Most people who are getting Kabbalah not getting it at the level that we really supposed to be getting it at. That's what I get from that. That's what it's kind of basically telling you in so many words, that I can tell you something, but I'm not telling you everything. And we gotta be more specific with it. That's the reason why I say we gotta get into different realms of study. We gotta study that which is called Satanism, witchcraft, all that stuff. We gotta get into that. That's the study. That is the deeper meanings of study. If we don't get into that, what'll happen is we'll read on one end Kabbalah or whatever, but we'll have no meaning of it. We'll have no sense of it. We'll just hear these things and see all these principles being pointed at us, but we won't be able to take it to no other level. We'll keep it at one small, minute level of just what we see every day. Like I say, all we have to do is open up our realm of understanding, open up our realm of mind thought. We're going to go ahead and close this for the tape's sake. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out once again. I'd like to thank Miss Tony once again. And I just want everybody to do this. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out. And, on that note, we want to end it right there, and we'll go over questions.